These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
Jaguar Wright has been sounding the alarm for years, but now it's starting to feel all too real. Jay-Z's name has officially been dragged into Diddy's legal nightmare. And with the feds closing in, word is Diddy might be ready to start naming names. Jay-Z, however, isn't sticking around to find out. Rumor has it he's already making quiet moves to disappear before things explode. But the question remains, can he outrun the storm if Diddy starts talking, or is he headed straight for a cell next door? Let's break it down. In the ruthless world of hip-hop royalty and elite power moves, few figures have risen and ruled like Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter. These two built empires that stretched far beyond album sales, crafting legacies that dominated the culture for decades. But just like in the streets, even the biggest titans fall when the ground beneath them starts to crack. The latest wave of revelations surrounding Diddy has rocked the entertainment industry, sending shockwaves that are shaking even his closest associates. Once the poster child for extravagant living and behind-the-scenes influence, Diddy is now sitting behind bars, facing a grim reality as serious accusations pile up against him. And this isn't just industry gossip. We're talking federal charges with heavy implications, exposing decades of alleged criminal behavior. On September 16, 2024, Diddy's seemingly bulletproof legacy took a massive hit when he was arrested on federal charges, including sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transporting individuals for prostitution. This wasn't some minor scandal a powerful attorney could smooth over. The feds came through swinging with everything they had. The charges were so severe that Judge Andrew Carter denied Diddy bail, declaring him a danger to society and a potential threat to witnesses. This was no slap on the wrist. The judge was making a statement. To support the decision, prosecutors presented damning evidence suggesting Diddy operated what they called a criminal organization for over 2 decades. Central to this case are the infamous freak-offs, alleged drug-fueled events that play a major role in the prosecution's narrative. Diddy's world now looks nothing like the luxurious lifestyle he once flaunted online. Instead of private jets and penthouse suites, he's confined to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, awaiting his trial set for May 5, 2025. But that's just the criminal side. In addition to the federal case, Diddy's also facing more than 24 civil lawsuits, alleging sexual abuse, rape, and other serious misconduct. Most of these were filed by attorney Tony Busby on behalf of anonymous victims, many claiming that Diddy's businesses, like Bad Boy Records, were part of how the alleged abuse was orchestrated. Diddy's legal team has denied all wrongdoing, saying all sexual encounters were consensual and accusing the plaintiffs of chasing money. In criminal court, he's pleaded not guilty to all charges. One case in particular added fuel to the fire. Footage showing Diddy physically assaulting Cassie Ventura, his former girlfriend. The video, which emerged after Cassie filed a lawsuit in November 2023, visually confirmed the abuse she'd alleged. Diddy initially denied the claims, but settled the lawsuit just 1 day after it was filed. As explosive as Diddy's situation has become, it's also dragging those closest to him into the spotlight, and Jay-Z is near the top of that list. Their decades-long relationship has always been a mix of business, friendship, and quiet rivalry. But now that Diddy's house of cards is collapsing, people are wondering, what did Jay-Z know? And could he be next? Those whispers turned into headlines in October 2024, when an anonymous woman, Jane Doe, filed a lawsuit alleging that Diddy and an unidentified male celebrity raped her at age 13 after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards in New York. That same lawsuit was amended in December 2024 to directly name Jay-Z as the second defendant. According to Jane Doe, she was picked up by a limo driver employed by Diddy, drugged at the party, and then assaulted in a private home. Jay-Z quickly fired back, calling the lawsuit a blackmail attempt led by attorney Tony Busby. He strongly denied the claims, labeling them as outrageous lies and pushing the plaintiff to file criminal charges instead of going the civil route, saying, "I will not give you one red penny." His attorney, Alex Spiro, requested the case be dismissed, citing inconsistencies in the plaintiff's story, such as her description of Diddy's residence and her alleged interactions with celebrities. Jay-Z even launched a separate legal action against Busby in California, accusing him of extortion and defamation after allegedly receiving a letter threatening to go public unless a payout was made. Then, on February 14, 2025, the plaintiff voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit with prejudice, meaning it can't be refiled in its current form. Jay-Z's team hailed it as a complete win, emphasizing that he never settled and never paid. Diddy's lawyers echoed that sentiment, claiming the dismissal proved the allegations were baseless. But even though that case is off the books, Jay-Z isn't in the clear just yet. The federal investigation into Diddy is far from over, and with over 90 electronic devices seized from Diddy's homes, investigators may still find new evidence that implicates others in his circle, including Jay-Z. At the center of these accusations were the infamous freak-offs, allegedly drug-fueled gatherings that now play a critical role in the case against him. The weight of these charges becomes even more intense when you realize Diddy's trial is set for May 5, 2025, and he remains behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. It's a sharp contrast from the luxury lifestyle he used to flaunt on social media, with champagne toasts and private jets now replaced by cold concrete and steel bars. But the criminal case is only part of the storm. Diddy is also facing over 24 civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault, rape, and other serious misconduct. Many of these suits were filed by Texas-based attorney Tony Busby on behalf of anonymous plaintiffs who claim Diddy's business ventures, including Bad Boy Records, were tools that enabled his alleged abuses. Diddy has entered a plea of not guilty to all criminal charges. In the civil cases, he has denied any wrongdoing, with his legal team insisting that all sexual interactions were consensual and accusing the plaintiffs of being motivated by money. The severity of Diddy's legal troubles becomes undeniable when you look at specific incidents that have surfaced. Arguably the most damning is the hotel surveillance footage showing Diddy physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. This video emerged after Cassie filed a lawsuit against him in November 2023. It supported her claims of abuse during their relationship, allegations Diddy initially denied. But the lawsuit was settled just one day after being filed. As Diddy's legal situation unravels, it's not just his name on the line, those in his close orbit are now under scrutiny. And few have been more intertwined with Diddy over the years than Jay-Z. Their connection spans more than 3 decades, marked by collaborations, appearances, and a complicated relationship mixing business, friendship, and quiet rivalry. Now, with Diddy headed toward a legal reckoning, people are asking, what did Jay-Z know? What might he have seen? And could he get pulled into the storm as the case deepens? This speculation turned into real legal drama in October 2024 when an anonymous woman, identified as Jane Doe, filed a lawsuit alleging that Diddy and an unnamed male celebrity raped her when she was just 13 years old. The alleged incident occurred at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards in New York. On December 8, 2024, the lawsuit was amended to specifically name Jay-Z as the second defendant, accusing him of participating in the assault with Diddy. According to Jane Doe, she was picked up by a limousine driver working for Diddy, drugged at the party, and later assaulted at a private residence. Jay-Z didn't stay quiet. He forcefully denied the allegations, calling the lawsuit a blatant blackmail attempt orchestrated by attorney Tony Busby. He described the accusations as vile and urged the plaintiff to file a criminal complaint instead of pursuing a civil case, arguing that if the crime truly occurred, it should be handled through the justice system. His position was firm. He refused to settle, stating, "I will not give you one red penny." Through his lawyer, Alex Spiro, Jay-Z filed to have the case dismissed, citing inconsistencies in the woman's account, such as flawed descriptions of Diddy's home and contradictory claims about interactions with other celebrities. Jay-Z also launched a separate lawsuit in California against Busby, accusing him of defamation and extortion. He claimed Busby had sent a letter demanding payment and threatening to take the accusations public if he wasn't paid. Then, in what appeared to be a major win for Jay-Z, the plaintiff voluntarily dismissed her lawsuit with prejudice on February 14, 2025, meaning it can't be refiled in its current form. Jay-Z's company, Roc Nation, called the dismissal a full-blown victory, emphasizing that he never settled and never paid a dime. Diddy's legal team echoed that sentiment, framing the dropped case as proof the claims were false. While the lawsuit's dismissal might look like a clean break for Jay-Z, the investigation into Diddy is still ongoing. And with federal agents having seized 96 electronic devices from Diddy's properties, there's still a strong chance that new evidence or testimony could drag more celebrities, possibly even Jay-Z, into the case. The feds appear to be casting a wide net, and no one in Diddy's circle is completely safe.
How do you feel about people constantly trying to drag Jay-Z into this Diddy situation when I haven't really seen like one piece of evidence that ties him to this at all?
Well, I would say this, it's kind of funny to me, man, is that Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z.
This revelation from Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, offers a rare glimpse behind the scenes of the complicated and at times tension-filled relationship between Diddy and Jay-Z. Though they publicly appeared to be close for years, Deal claims there was a period when Diddy was deliberately working against Jay-Z, even attempting to get other artists to take shots at him. It raises serious questions about the authenticity of their friendship. Were they truly close, or was it all just a business move, keeping their rivals nearby to protect their own interests? Deal also spills more tea about a pivotal moment in their dynamic, recalling a meeting that went down courtside at a Brooklyn Nets game.
Back in the early 2000s. And one day, Asler, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me, because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other.
What makes this encounter especially suspicious is how Deal described it as odd, considering what he already knew about Diddy's past efforts to sabotage Jay-Z. This supposed reconciliation, or sudden alignment, between the two industry power players pointed to a shift in their relationship, one that Deal suggests was driven by more than just a desire to make peace. Deal's take becomes even more pointed as he looks back on how the connection between Jay-Z and Diddy changed over time.
Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact, they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was rambunctious, just out with it, it don't mean that they're not two.
Deal's implication that Jay-Z and Diddy might be cut from the same cloth, despite presenting different images to the public, throws serious shade considering the current allegations surrounding Diddy. He's essentially arguing that while Diddy's alleged behavior has been more out in the open due to his loud and extravagant nature, Jay-Z's more quiet and composed demeanor doesn't necessarily mean he wasn't involved in similar actions behind the scenes. A complicated friendship. Jay-Z and Diddy's connection began in the early 1990s, as both were establishing themselves in the competitive East Coast hip-hop scene. Diddy launched Bad Boy Records in 1993, bringing on talent like the notorious B.I.G., while Jay-Z co-founded Rockefeller Records in 1994 with Damon Dash and Kareem Biggs Burke. With both operating out of New York and aiming to turn music into big business, their paths crossed frequently. In 1999, they each faced major legal heat that exposed the pressures of life in the spotlight. Jay-Z was accused of stabbing record executive Lance Un Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in New York, allegedly over a bootlegging dispute involving his album Volume. 3 Dots' Life and Times of S. Carter. He eventually pleaded guilty to third-degree assault in 2001 and got 3 years probation. Years later, Rivera claimed Jay-Z wasn't the one who stabbed him, hinting that Jay-Z might have taken the blame for someone else. Around the same time, Diddy was caught up in a shooting at Club New York, alongside then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and protege Shine. Diddy fled the scene and was arrested, but he was acquitted of all charges and ended up with 3 years probation for leaving. Shine, however, ended up serving nearly 10 years. These back-to-back incidents highlighted how both men managed to sidestep serious jail time and continue thriving. Their mutual survival seemed to tighten their bond, as they were regularly seen together at industry functions, showcasing unity and staying power. Through the 2000s, their relationship evolved from business associates to a more personal connection, shown by frequent appearances together and joint endeavors. Jay-Z was often spotted at Diddy's major parties, like the 4th of July bash in 2000, his surprise 35th birthday celebration in 2004, and his 39th in 2008. One memorable moment came in 2009 when Diddy shared that Jay-Z had flown in by private jet straight from a concert just to be there for one of his birthday events, an example of how close they had become. Diddy also appeared at Jay-Z's Rock Nation brunches, and they were both seen at DJ Khaled's Hollywood Walk of Fame event in 2022. Diddy would often praise Jay-Z for his business moves, while Jay-Z gave Diddy his flowers for merging music with fashion and media. In 2016, during a stop on the Bad Boy reunion tour, Diddy referred to Jay-Z as family, pointing to the struggles and wins they had shared. And in a 2020 Rock Nation brunch speech, Diddy called their bond one of mutual respect between black billionaires. Still, their relationship wasn't without controversy. During a 2007 performance, a moment caught on camera appeared to show Diddy patting Jay-Z's backside, a clip that resurfaced in 2023 during Diddy's mounting legal issues. Diddy rival 50 Cent reposted it online with a sarcastic comment, stirring fresh speculation about the nature of their relationship. Neither Jay-Z nor Diddy responded publicly to the footage. Beyoncé's own connection to Diddy, thanks to her relationship with Jay-Z, added more layers. She attended Diddy's 50th birthday party in 2019 and posted a tribute online. Over the years, both she and Jay-Z were frequent guests at Diddy's high-profile gatherings. Her 2003 collaboration with Diddy and shared inner circles brought her into the broader conversation as Diddy's scandals came to light. Some insiders hint at tension between Jay-Z and Diddy in the late 1990s and early 2000s, possibly related to Jay-Z stepping away from Diddy's No Way Out tour. Still, their continued joint appearances and support for each other suggest any falling out was short-lived. Gene Deal's revelations bring a different lens to this whole saga. As Diddy's longtime bodyguard, his behind-the-scenes insights challenge the public story of a solid and loyal friendship between the two icons.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They were just talking. They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls, their little skinny white girls.